Assalamualaikum and greetings to all. My name is Faris Zakimy Bin Zaharuddin and I am a student of Bacelor Hortikultur. Today I want to tell you all about grafting. What is grafting? Grafting is a process of combining one plant with another to form a new plant that will grow and survive. Now, why do we graft and what are the benefits of it? Grafting has always been in the deep of history. When trees fall, we want to repair them, we graft. If we want to strengthen our trees, make them more resistant to weather or disease, we graft them together. If we want to plant our trees in an environment where it's not positive, we would graft to make it more adaptable. If we have a tree with desirable characteristics, such as a certain color, a certain flavor, a certain size of fruit, we would graft this tree to another one in order for us to retain it. And in addition, grafting is not just in the repairal sense, but also in the aesthetic sense. We can produce a variety of multicolored, multi-flowered, and multi-fruited flowers called hybrid plants. And sometimes this is the only way that those hybrid plants can propagate, because being hybrid plants, they cannot propagate sexually. They must propagate asexually by grafting/budding. Now, how does grafting work? Grafting works by taking the twig of a plant filled with leaf buds called a scion and the root, stem or branch of a healthy plant system called a rootstock. So you will have to expose the cambium of both plants and make sure they are both in intimate contact. This intimate contact forces the callus cells, which are produced when you cut the plant, to form a continuous cambial connection. And the cambium is what enables the plant to bond with each other to form a new plant. So it's very important that this cambium is clean and exposed. And in general, plants of a similar family are able to be grafted together. And only dicotyledonous plants can be grafted because they have cambium, whereas monocotyledonous plants do not. So now that you know the basics of grafting, let's try to graft. There are many ways of grafting, the most common being cleft grafting, where you would pry or split open a small part of your branch or your rootstock and then insert your scion into it, sealing it and letting it grow. This is more suitable for plants that are hardwood or softwood and can be done with up to 2 scions. Now, for softer plants, there is whip and tongue grafting. This one you have to involve cutting the plants into a complementary shape so that this shape will form a strong union. This happens because due to the younger plant's flexibility, it is able to retain the strong union and form a cambial connection. Splice grafting is similar, except we don't have the complementary cut, and it's more suitable if your scion and stock are not of similar size. So you can put it to the offset to the side for maximum cambial contact. For top working, which is replacing the variety of a tree with a new one, for example, making more multicolored flowers or different plants, you would use bark grafting. Bark grafting involves the removal of a strip of bark from your stalk, and it can be done up to 4 times with 4 scions, attaching the scions to the bark, wrapping in paraffin tape and sealing it. This will ensure that the young scions can grow in an already established plant. Now, in modern times, we have a newer method called budding. Budding is similar to grafting, except instead of a twig filled with leaf buds, we only take the leaf bud with a small chip of wood attached. Now, one of the more common methods of budding is called T-budding, where you would cut a T shape into your stalk and do the same to your scion, but like I said, this is only the bud. You only take the bud with a small piece of wood from the scion and attach it to your stalk, wrapping it in paraffin and leaving the bud exposed for it to grow new leaves. This mainly works for trees which have very soft barks that you can peel, because the loosened bark is what enables the bud to slip in. In the case that your bark is hard, You can use chip budding. Chip budding involves cutting a piece of that stalk out and then replacing that piece with your bud from your scion. Once that is done, you wrap it in parafilm, leaving the bud exposed, and it will grow. In a more extreme case where your wood is very tough and very thick, you can do patch budding. Patch budding is where you remove a rectangular piece of bark from your tree, exposing your cambium, and then replacing that patch with a leaf bud from your scion, plopping it in there, wrapping it in parafilm, and leaving the bud exposed. Now, why would you want to do all this really? Well, as I said before, if you have a tree that wants to be restored, you can graft and bud. You can even do it at home. If you have a desirable plant you want to keep alive, you can transplant the buds to a different plant and let it grow. And that should be the end of it. I hope you have a good day. Thank you and goodbye.